Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm doing a review on something that's honestly become one of my favorite houses. I've got my nose on a lot more stuff and a lot more samples from them, and I really love their stuff. I've had several bottles of them in the past, and probably gonna be buying some more. So as you can tell from the title, this does come from the house of Parfums Vintage, and this is gonna be Parfums Vintage Rush of Unicorns Intense. So this is just a little sample that I have, but I'm buying a full bottle of this, like 100% going to do it. I have to have it. So let's go ahead and get into this review. I did spray it on here just before I made this first video, but the video didn't want to load. So since this is a sample, I'm just not gonna waste another spray because this smells just like I just sprayed it. So anyways, yeah, so Parfums Vintage Rush of Unicorns Intense, guys. This is, in my opinion, like 99.999 repeating percent of a rendition of Creed Millésime Imperial. This is what their version of that would be. They have Rush Unicorns and then the Rush Unicorns Intense. They both smell spot on to Creed's Millésime Imperial. So here's what's cool about this. Okay, this Rush Unicorns Intense that I got, I was wondering if there would be a difference or if they would have anything kind of amplified. So anytime you get into the intense versions of stuff, you're gonna get amplified whatever, so like for like vanilla intense, obviously, their version of Creed Ventus, the vanilla intense, the vanilla is going to be amplified. Or if you get into the pineapple vintage intense, the pineapple is going to be intensified. So with this, I wanted to see what was going to be amplified, and this is really cool. So I'm trying to think how to word it. So anytime you get into Creed, this is what they're notorious for, and it's kind of a love-hate thing for me. I like the batch variations because it gives me something to really search for, to try and find that gem that I really want. But at the same time, it's also really freaking annoying that you're paying that much money for a fragrance and it's going to change from batch to batch. That's just my personal vendetta with Creed. I think that their quality control in their batches is horrendous, but that is story for a different day. Anyways, so love-hate relationship with that batch variation. And what was cool with this is, I don't know if they did this on purpose, I don't know what the story behind this was, but with Rush Unicorns just regular, it smells more of the fruitier melon batches of Creed Millésime Imperial. And if you guys have ever try different batches of Millésime Imperial, you know what I'm talking about. So Millésime Imperial, to me, in my nose, and different reviews that I've done, is it's kind of broken up into two categories. You have the more fruity melon batches, and then you have the more darker sea salt, almost like a caramel, salted caramel kind of vibe. So you have fruity and more, for lack of better terms, darker rendition. So with the original Rush of Unicorns, very fruity, very melony, very citrusy. With this one, this gem right here, this is the darker, more sea salt, kind of sea salted caramel vibe to it. So I did look up the notes, and the notes didn't vary too much. So some of the notes in here, you're gonna have Sicilian lemon, musk, ambergris, black currant, iris, a couple others I can't think of, but so they didn't vary too much. So I'm not sure what they've done to give it more of that darker vibe. Maybe it's they put in a little bit more ambergris or something. I don't know. That's a really expensive ingredient, so I don't know what they did. But yeah, this one to me smells more like the older batches of Millésime Imperial, or if depending on which year you get, the more just darker sea salted caramel vibe, and it's really, really good. So this does retail right now for $95 for 50 ml, so it is a little bit pricey, but you get what you pay for. What really impressed me the most with this was the performance. So I wore this on Wednesday when I went into work. Had to be there at 8:30. I sprayed this on at like 7:45, something like that. In the morning, I did 2 sprays on each side of my neck, so 4 sprays total. No, I did side, front, and back, so 4 sprays total still. Anyways, went all through work, got so many compliments, but it just kept pushing out, kept pushing out, and kept pushing out. I was like, man, like this stuff is just lasting all day. So went home that night, did some door dashing, literally at like 9 o'clock that night. So like 14 hours into it, I walked by someone that said, "Oh man, you smell good. What is that?" And I was like, "Oh wow, this is still projecting." So I was like, "Oh yeah, this is Parfums Vintage. They're a niche house. They do replicas of different, fragrances." And the guy's like, "I don't know what that means, but it smells good," and just kept walking. So that was kind of cool. Got home that night, laid down in bed, could still smell it. So I was like, this is going on for like 16 hours now. Went to bed, woke up that next morning. It was like 8:30 or so. It was my day off, and I was like, I can still smell this. Like this is crazy. Rolled over. My wife was still in bed, and she's like, "Yeah, I can still smell that." I was like, "That's insane." So at this point, I wanted to test to see how long it would go. So woke up, didn't shower, anything like that. Went up until like noon. Started making my stuff some lunch. As I was moving around in the kitchen, going back between the fridge and the stove and stuff like that, getting ingredients, I could still smell it. I was like, there's no freaking way. There's no freaking way. This stuff has already gone on 24 hours and above. Okay? Guys, I kid you not. Okay? I went to shower at like 3 o'clock that afternoon because I was like, well, I feel gross. I haven't showered yet. I need to shower. I could still smell it on my shirt whenever I went in to shower. I took my shirt off. It was there. I was like, there's no way. I went over to my wife and I was like, babe, can you smell me? And she put her nose up to my neck. Guys, she could still smell me from like this far away. I know that it doesn't look like a lot, but that's about 2 to 3 inches over like 24 hours. Like we're talking up into like 28 hours or so. Like that's mind blowing. Off of 4 sprays, guys. This stuff is beast mode. But what's really awesome about that is it's not offensive. It's projecting, it's pushing out, but it's not like a harsh projection to where you're gonna fill up a whole room. It just stays around your skin and just does not leave. So I'd probably say a good, 2-3 hours of good solid projection at arm's length. But guys, at least for like 28, almost 30 something hours, I'm getting projection off of my skin at least 2 to 3 inches away. Like that's mind blowing. I don't know if it's my skin or what they put in this stuff, but this stuff is just, it's crazy. So if you guys are looking for a great rendition to Creed Millésime Imperial, like literally 99.99% repeating rendition of Creed Millésime Imperial, but you want the more darker version of it, guys, this is a must-have. I gotta get me a bottle. I'm gonna probably get me a bottle of the Russian Unicorns because honestly, I love Creed, and I might have it just for my collection. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to decide if it's worth it or not just to have it for my collection. But guys, I can tell differences, like even subtle differences between fragrances. So I have Creed Aventus, but also I have the Club de Nuit Intense Man. I have the Mont Blanc Explorer. I have Pineapple Vintage Intense. I have Pineapple Vintage Vanilla Intense. I have Emperor Cologne. I have Emperor Colossus. I have I don't know how many different renditions of Creed Aventus, and each one of them, though they smell pretty similar, I can pick up the different nuances in here. With this stuff, guys, I literally can't tell a difference. Like that's how close this is. It literally smells like Creed Millésime Imperial. Like if you were to put this, I guarantee you, at least this is my opinion, if you were to spray this on your hand and spray Creed Millésime Imperial on your hand, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And you go up to whoever on the street and say, which one's different? They would say, you sprayed the same thing. What are you talking about? That's how close it is. That's just my opinion. This smells exactly like Creed Millésime Imperial. So thank you, Jeremy, so much for sending that. Guys, with Creed Millésime Imperial, man, it's just kind of an all occasion type fragrance. You could wear it casually, you could dress it up, you could wear it formal, you could wear it on a date, you could wear it to the office. It's just kind of a Swiss Army knife of when it comes to cologne. I honestly like it's an amazing fragrance. So with this stuff, same thing. You know, it might be a little bit more, might have more projection, so maybe take a little bit easy on the trigger if you're going into work or something like that. But perfect date night fragrance, perfect for formal events. I mean, literally you can wear it whenever. So the projection off of this, I mean, I've already told you it's ridiculous. The longevity is as ridiculous. Yeah, guys, that's kind of my overview and review of Parfums Vintage Rush of Unicorns Intense. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button. Like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I just want honest feedback. So alright, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, if you love it, wear it.